At some point in our lives, we have to decide how we want to live. It doesn't matter how old you are, everyone is confronted with that choice at some point. You can choose to stay within what's familiar, or you can choose a life that asks more from you. A life where you step outside of everything you once knew. I chose the second one, and this is where that choice led me. 7 months ago, I was standing in this exact same place. I remember thinking I would spend a lifetime missing until I returned. And I did. I spent most of this year missing this ranch. The land, the animals, the people. So I'm going to Uruguay and I'm leaving in 2 days. And I have a very long flight ahead of me, and I'm gonna stay in Uruguay actually for a few months. So I have to pack now a lot of things, a lot of camera gear, a lot of bags as well. So I made a decision to put everything into storage, say goodbye to my loved ones and family for a very long time, and flew to Uruguay with a one-way ticket. It felt like coming home. Back at the place that changed my life for good, and I cannot put into words with how excited I am. It's currently the first morning and it's so insanely peaceful already. I slept in this beautiful new hut behind me. Juan, the ranch owner, just made this and it's not even completely done, so I'm the first one to try it out. And it's in the middle of this beautiful field surrounded by horses, and my first night was incredible here. There's nothing but nature sounds. The only thing that you can hear are the birds. The horses are here in the field together with the cows. And this is gonna be the beginning of my months of living on this ranch, and I can't believe it. Wow. Life on the ranch is different because it's simple. It's a small community and everyone has their own role. There are so many daily tasks and animals to take care of, and everything just happens outside. Here the days aren't built around plans or screens. They're just built around what needs to be done, and that's why this life is working so well for me.
Es como mi mundo acá. Desde que nací supe que iba a vivir acá, y tiene un valor emocional para mí que no lo tiene ningún otro lugar en el mundo. Al mismo tiempo es mi trabajo y tengo mi vida, me da un estilo de vida único, y bueno, sí, es algo emocional, que estoy muy atado emocionalmente a este lugar.
And in a way, I completely agree with Juan. This ranch becomes your whole world. These horses become your best friends. The people become family, and you start to care deeply for the land. You slow down without even trying. Your days are shaped by the rhythm of the horses, not your phone. You wake up with purpose and you fall asleep tired in the best way. And somewhere in between saddling your horse, crossing rivers and sitting around the fire at night, you realize how little you actually need to feel full.
Es un trabajo de 7 días a la semana, 24 horas. Hay que estar todos los días son diferentes, todos los días son una aventura y todos los días pueden aparecer obstáculos que hay que saltear también. Es un estilo de vida único y que no cambiaría por nada. Cada vez más gente interesada en ver cómo es el día a día en el rancho y cada vez veo que veo una persona, lo contenta que se va y lo feliz que se va de ver lo que es la vida en un rancho. Me da felicidad también por lo agradecido que estoy por poder tener la posibilidad de vivir acá.
Listening to Juan speak, I realized I felt exactly the same way. There is something about this place that is difficult to explain until you actually realize it yourself. And that is when my idea was born. I wanted more people to experience this life, and not as just tourists passing through, but actually get the chance to be a part of it. I wanted people to really feel what it means to slow down and live differently, even if it was just for a few days. So I created my first ranch group trip. 6 complete strangers from different corners of the world arrived here with a good sense of adventure and curiosity. Within the first days, we all became friends and we actually made the most beautiful memories together. And somehow, for 7 days straight, everything went completely perfect. Watching this little idea that once existed only in my head come to life was one of the most rewarding things I've ever experienced. Because in the end, it's not only about the horses. It's about bringing people together who are searching for something more. And somehow, all of us found a little piece of it here, and we had the best time.
Cuando era un niño, cuando apenas siento que empecé a recordar las cosas, a pensar, sí, lo supe del primer momento de mi vida. Luego de terminar la universidad, cuando fui a viajar y probé diferentes estilos de vida en la ciudad, en distintos trabajos y eso, me dio como la confirmación de que no había nada que me llenara más que vivir acá en el rancho.
And not everyone grew up on these lands.
No sé cómo responder eso porque yo me crié con los caballos. Desde que tengo 3, 4 años que ando a caballo y a veces más, a veces menos, pero siempre he estado alrededor de ellos. Y es un poco lo que me lleva a querer hoy trabajar con ellos. Los caballos tienen una forma de comunicarse que es a través de su cuerpo, de su movimiento, de las señales que hacen, la posición de las orejas, cómo se acomodan enfrente de uno, se alejan, si se acercan, tienen miedo, te lo demuestran de cierta manera. Yo creo que al estar tanto tiempo con los caballos uno va afinando esos movimientos que ellos hacen con lo que uno pueda llegar a creer que te quieren comunicar. Que es gaucha no es solamente una persona que sabe andar a caballo, que trabaja con las vacas, sino que hace todo un poco. Tiene valores, trata de cumplir con la palabra, de también ser un poco universal, hacer un poco de todo, tener la capacidad de poder resolver cualquier tipo de inconveniente que se genere en el día a día en lo que es la vida de campo, y poder solucionarlo.
By now I have spent weeks on these lands, And I started to realize this ranch was never only about the horses. It's about the people who dedicate their lives to them. Juan started this whole new routine from the ground up. Franco left his home to be here. And then there is Nestor. He is quiet, always hardworking, the kind of man who would probably never describe himself as special, even though people like him are the reason places like this still exist.
Y ser gaucho significa muchas cosas de trabajo y compañerismo también con ustedes y todo. Y bueno, y el trabajo, o sea, si no tenés idea de, no es solo ser gaucho, tenés que tener idea del trabajo también, para el trabajo. Y durante ando trabajando, ando pensando en otros trabajos, en lo que tengo para el otro día y todo lo que me queda por hacer por el día y para el otro día. Y yo lo que le digo a las personas jóvenes que si no quieren trabajar en el campo tienen que estudiar. Pero es poco lo que les gusta a cualquiera de las dos cosas. El campo no, pero creo que la vida más linda es la del campo para el joven. No, todo una alegría. Siempre sonriente como andas vos y contenta, para uno también cambia la vida. Que tener a alguien así siempre contento, todo lindo.
Oh. Fue entretenido, es re lindo verla reírse siempre, siempre está contenta, siempre tiene buen trato con las personas, siempre con los mismos modos, muy educada. Muy buena, muchas excelente. Gracias.
Y vos, fue una conexión del inicio, fue una persona que nos conocimos y en el primer segundo supe que iba a ser una amiga para toda la vida.
And maybe that's what being alive is really about. Not comfort, status, or the amount of money in our bank account. Not rushing through life trying to build the perfect future while forgetting to actually live. But moments like these, moments where complete strangers become family, where a place on the other side of the world somehow starts to feel like home, where language no longer matters because human connection says enough on its own. For months, these people shared their life with me. The early mornings, the horses, the meals after long rides, and in a world that becomes more disconnected every single day, I think that's one of the most beautiful things we can still experience as human beings. To leave what's familiar behind, to step into the unknown, and to realize that on the other side of fear, there are still people willing to welcome you like family. And maybe that's the art of being alive, to collect moments that make you feel deeply human, and to leave pieces of your heart in places you never expected.